No, this is it.
Oh,
Whoa. Hannah Montana, 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 Hannah Montana. I got mouth, I got white, I got mouth, I got white.
So, what is one of the craziest things to ever happen to you?
when my water broke.
Okay. So we gonna tell the story. When Hannah was pregnant with our youngest son, CJ. CJ is
almost 2.
No, he is almost 2. He's about like 21. He's like 21
months. Yeah.
Okay. So to really put it in perspective, the day before her water broke, our furnace went out. It went out that night, right? It was about 20 degrees outside.
It was cold.
It was like it is now. It was like 19, 20 degrees. The difference is it was snow outside. So it was freezing. The furnace went out. Oh, and it went out. It was done. I went to work. The next day I came. I was already joking with her before. I remember I was joking with you about, we was joking about your water breaking because the furnace had went out.
I couldn't shower.
Right, you couldn't shower because the furnace.
I hated it. Like
the furnace went out, and it was cold in the house. Not the hot water worked, but it was just freezing. It was like absolute freezing, and we had the little heater. I think you had the little heater in your room. Anyway, the next day I went to work. I'm at work all day. I came home, went to the store and all this. I'll never forget. I still got all my work clothes on. I was in the room. It was me and Isaiah.
he was on the floor doing his homework.
Right, he was on the floor.
I was watching the Shannon and Bot.
And she was like, my water broke. And I'm like,
he's like, stop playing.
Like, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. And she was like, no, for real. And I was like, go check.
I was 35 weeks. He was telling me.
Yep.
35 weeks.
35 weeks. So, wasn't even close. She was 35 weeks. She was like, my water broke. And I'm like, stop playing. And she was like, for real, my water broke. And I was like, stop playing with me, go check. And she was like, yeah. And then she was like, I was already leaking yesterday. Yeah. And I'm like, well, duh, you ain't telling me.
I didn't tell you. Yeah, I can't tell you.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Yes,
no,
I
you
did.
didn't.
Yes, I did.
Because you said you didn't even know that's what that was.
No, I had called him at work. I'm like, babe, I'm real wet. Can I say that? I'm like, I'm real wet. He's like, you just horny. It's what he said.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like it was just running down your legs.
It was like real sticky, and I ain't know. So I just got back in the bed and went to sleep.
Anyway, we was in the room, and then her water broke. And I'm like, for real? She like, yeah. So I'm like, okay, well.
He like nonchalant about it. He's so nonchalant.
What I'm supposed to be like.
Yeah, come on. So.
What I'm supposed to be like.
This man say, hey Hannah, I had some chains on my dress, so you seen it? I was like, really?
Yeah, I mean, you know. Like this, our first baby.
I was 35 weeks.
Yeah, but it was okay because the hospital is literally 5 minutes away. Well, the hospital we go to is over an hour away, but it's a couple of hospitals around here. I'm talking about when you get to under less than 5 minutes, you would get there. And if I was like, I ain't stopping at no lights, cause I don't think I did. I think I ran a couple of lights. But you'd have been there. But anyway, so we get the stuff together. She wasn't panicking.
Hold on, wait, no, we didn't get nothing together. You just grabbed my shoes and stuff and we left because you left all the bags.
Yeah, I forgot the bag. I walked right past the bags. Anyway, we got her stuff. She got in the car because it was cold outside. It was freezing.
It was so cold.
So we had to, get her in the coat and all. Well, no, matter of fact.
Oh, I wear your coat. I wear your coat.
Yeah, because my coat was big. So yeah, you wore mine. We go. So look, We get to the hospital, right? We get to the hospital, take her in, she's pregnant, her water broke, da 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 da. They like, cool. It was like on the TV show. So they put her on the bed, they wrestle her to the back. We go to the back, we go in the curtain, they, asking all these questions. So then they went to put IVs in her arm, right? They put IV in her arm, they missed. First time. Okay, the lady missed. She tried again. She missed again, right? Didn't imagine. Jabbed it all the way up her arm, missed again. So she called this dude in, and he's like, oh, okay, well, I'll come. He get the other arm, miss. Like, what the hell, y'all missing? He tried second time, miss. So 2 misses, 2 misses. Oh, girl go back again, was like, try again in this arm, miss. Then they like, wait a minute, well, do the hand. They was like, well, do the hand or something. They was like, well, when you pregnant, they usually don't prefer it to be in your hand. They want it such and such or whatever the hell. Her arms is jacked up because they studied jabbing, pulling out, and she in mad. This is about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, right? Just this nonsense. So then whoever finally get it in the arm, they get it on the other side. Now her arm, you see how bright she is. It was red. Eventually, all this was just purple.
Swollen.
All this was purple on both sides.
That might be what's wrong with me.
So they asked all these questions. We going through all that. Our son, it's 8, 9 o'clock. So it's just us 3, and our youngest son is 9. So, and or 8. Well, I'm sorry, 9, 8, whatever.
He was 8.
So they had him sitting outside the room. So they going through all this. And then they was like, okay, so, yeah, we're going to get the ambulance
We
here.
don't deliver
and this
babies.
And I'm like, ambulance? What the fuck are you talking about? They're like, yeah, we don't deliver babies here. What you mean? You don't? Looking at this huge, dumb hospital, like, and then what's funny is her doctor, the OB that she used to go to was connected to that hospital. The hospital was there. It was a building, on the hospital. It was a building, huge campus. And that's where, so many pregnant chicks, it's connected to the hospital. And they don't deliver babies. So they like, well, we're gonna get the ambulance and all this. So hour goes past. So we started this at 8.
Now one time did they like check my baby and not like I wasn't
right
hooked up to the monitor or anything.
So we about at 9. It's about an hour go past. So of course I gotta wait for the follow them, go to the hospital. They gotta get all this other stuff. I'm like, forget it. I tell Hannah like I'm about to shoot home and grab your bags and then come back and I meet you at the other hospital. This is St. James Hospital. So they take her to another St. James Hospital. This hospital was like the county. Like, it was crazy.
It was worse than the county.
I get there. Hannah called me, where you at? I'm like, I'm coming. I'm on my way. I'm on my way there. I get there.
Wait, hold on. I get there first. I tell him, I say, please don't leave me here. Like, it was scary looking. It wasn't no lights on nowhere. The rooms was empty. I'm like, don't leave me.
So she called me crying, what the hell going on? It's about 10 something now, right? I get to the hospital, I'm like, all right, got the bags, so let me go upstairs. They tell me, all right, well, you can't take your son up there with you. I'm like, huh? Like, you can't take your son up there. They didn't put some law, some new rule, the hospital rule that no child under the age of 18 can go upstairs in the hospital, period. Not like with an adult, they can't go, period. They talking about this was because some flu outbreak or whatever, something stupid or, whatever the situation is. I'm like, listen, I ain't got nowhere to keep my son. He gotta, we need to go upstairs. Hannah calling me back and forth. She mad at these people. Mind you, ain't nobody checked her yet. She's still water leaking. Water leaking. Now it ain't just leaking. It's like it's like flowing out. And all she had on when they put an ambulance was a gown
And some wet jogging pants.
And the jogging pants she had on that's now soaking wet, right? Soaking wet. They tell me I can't go up there. I'm like, I gotta go up there. Like, my wife, you know, she disabled. I gotta be up there. You know what I'm saying? My son or whatever. I'm like, well, okay, fine. Now, mind you, I'm not talking to somebody regular. I'm talking to a damn security guard with a gun. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, well, let him stay down here for a minute. Let me go up there to see about it. Like, man, you can't leave him in here and all this other stuff. So we go back and forth for about an hour with the nurse. I'm like, you know what? We leaving. You know what I'm saying? My wife was up there unhappy. She was like seeing like how the people was talking to her. She said it looked like Halloween. Have you ever seen Halloween 2? I swear to God, that's what it looked like, you know. Dude, it was empty. I mean, the emergency room was packed, but if you walk down them halls, you'll be like, dude, somebody about to get murdered in here today, man. It was just spooky out this world. So I go back and forth with the chick. She started telling me, well, you're gonna, you know, I can't, the head nurse, well, you gotta abide by the rules and we can't do this. And I'm like, listen, you can't, that's impossible. You can't say that I can't come up there with a child. My wife is disabled. You can't, you know what I'm saying? It's gotta be some type of, you know, exception to it. They like, so we move, we leaving. And then or you can't leave. I'm like, you can't stop us from leaving. We leaving. Finally, after I go back and forth with all these people, it's about 12 o'clock now. This is how long I'm arguing with them, and they still ain't really did nothing. She just in the room. They finally say, the security guard was like, okay, well, I'm gonna have your son go in this room right here. You can stay for a minute, lock the door, whatever. So I go upstairs, tell my wife, get your stuff, you wanna go? They try to tell her all this stuff. We're telling people like, we leaving because ain't nobody about to, you know, there's nobody here. My wife is disabled and you keep saying I can't be up there as long as my son, and there's nobody to be here with him. And if, you know, if y'all not gonna let him upstairs, I mean, at least be outside the room or be at the end of the hall with the nurse or whatever. Like, we leaving, you know what I'm saying? And Hannah was like, I wanna go. And they was like, oh, you can't go, like, you can't stop us. And then, so she put back on her wet clothes, put back on her wet pants. They really ain't really do nothing anyway. Got her stuff together and we was like, come on. And then they tried to get us to sign a release form. We ain't signing nothing. We ain't signing nothing. We left. Then, after I argued with the head nurse for about an hour and a half, now she want to be, oh, well, here's a blanket and let me get a wheelchair. I went outside for a wheelchair. She was like, well, I got it. Let me roll her out. We have to roll her out. Whatever, you know. I pull up, I go get the car. Mind you, now it's about 12.
12, yeah.
Still leaking, still pouring.
I'm in a wet gown. I'm in the hospital gown. And wet pants.
Pants look like she been swimming now.
Yeah.
It's all of about, I figured it was about 17 degrees outside. It was about 17. Because the temperature was just doing this. I pull up at the front door. I go get in the car. She get in the car. Not everybody want to help now. You know what I'm saying? And that's what killed me. That's what killed me. Because in the beginning, they all talking crazy. We was like, we gone. And you ain't stopping us. Now everybody want to be helpful now. Everybody want to be, oh, help. No, okay. We get in the car. And the funny thing is, like I said, her original hospital that she go to is about an hour away from us. About an hour. It's not that bad of a drive because it's not like a city out. You know what I'm saying? You hit dips, it's really no traffic. Like, really no traffic, but we went all the way to another hospital, so now we got to go down the main road, and it actually took longer, and it took us over an hour from that time to get to the other hospital. So now it's about like close to 1:30. It's about 1:30. We pull up at the other hospital. We started this at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
At 8 o'clock, it's now 1:30. We get out the car and go into the hospital. we get out the car. I go get the wheelchair and everything to get her to run in the car. Isaiah gets out the car.
He
throws up. Just threw up. I'm talking about not even like, and then it wasn't even like I feel sick. He just threw up like outside the car, like everywhere. I'm like,
in front of the emergency room.
Right. I'm like, what? You know, I ain't even say nothing. He just threw up like, okay. Like he just had like he been drinking on the drinking beds and I had to get it out of my system. I'm good now. Let's go. You know, so we get in her hospital, and everybody, of course, was so. We love the hospital. They were so nice and helpful, and it was funny. And then she got the band on. She got the band on. She got the gown.
Her arm messed up from.
No, her arms, like I said, they're purple. They're purple from one end
both of them.
Big as my fist,
yeah.
all the way, both arms, purple. And we just went through the whole thing, and we told this story. And I promise you, we told the story many times. And I think every person we told to in the hospital was like literally like upset. Like they were actually like picking up phones, calling, trying to figure out because I'm like, this is the third hospital we've been at since her water broke. And I'm like, it was insane. It was insane. And of course, they let our son come up with no problem. He come up, he can sit out in the little thing, because we on a whole different floor. I mean, it's a bunch of stuff out there. He can sit out there. She said the only time that he couldn't be out there was
delivery.
When she had the baby itself. But I mean, he was literally like, was he in the room? No. They didn't let him in the room because they seen him throw up on camera.
Right.
They seen the man throw up on camera. If he didn't throw up in the middle, I'm literally like all the spotlights right here. If the man didn't throw, we pull off. And I'm like, if he didn't throw up, he would have been in the room. He'd have been in the room all the way to the point she had the baby. And if we didn't have nobody there, it didn't matter. I could have easily be like, okay, let's go out, she deliver, we both come back in. You know what I'm saying? But our sister came and got him though. She came after we done went through all this, the whole situation. She had came and got him. But again, it wasn't a rush because she was far away. But
I thought that they was gonna send me home. I didn't think I was gonna have the baby to say. I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah, I don't know what she was thinking either. She thought when her water broke that they was gonna go put a cork in it or something. Yeah, let me just go sew you up or something. Now you good, come back. Cause she was 35 weeks.
All 35 weeks and 3 days.
Which is way early. So us, you know what? Now that I'm telling the story, now that I think about it, you could have lost that baby. Going through all of that and a baby that was 35 weeks. Yeah, he wasn't going nowhere because he a hell raiser right now. He a little monster right now, dude. So don't nothing stop him. Sick, don't stop him. Wet, hungry, don't stop him. No, nothing stop him now.
So I had the baby like at 5 something.
Yep.
He was preemie.
The baby did come at 5.
He was 4. He was like 4'3".
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, but the
moral of the story is don't use
St. James. St. James Hospital.
Yeah.
Any St. James in Illinois. Any St. James. They are that was just the dumbest thing. I've never heard I've never seen a person go to a hospital and they said, we don't deliver babies here.
Every time did they ever like check his heartbeat or nothing? I never heard of the mothers, they didn't do nothing.
They just looked, seen the water flowing. Did they try to make you take a pregnancy test? You took a blood test. You took a blood test. Yeah, obviously your stomach way out the hell. I mean, they didn't even put you said they didn't even put the thing on your stomach. They didn't do none of that at either one of the hospitals. They didn't even get that far. It was cool. She got down, and I was proud of her. She wasn't panicking or nothing like that. She wasn't like our first son. She was a mute, our first son, dude.
Y'all, our what's it called? Our Vlogmas been like all over the place. Cause he been sick.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I'm still sick now.
It's a lot better now.
I'm doing a lot better.
Yeah, he had pneumonia, and
yeah, I mean, I actually, I still have it, but I'm not, you know, at knocking on death's door.
Man, y'all,
like I was.
He was there. I was like pulling him away, no, but he was there.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been sick before, but I mean, for anybody who, if you had pneumonia before, you understand what I'm saying. But if you never had pneumonia, I promise you, it's not something you want. It's a whole different feeling. And I actually was like still trying to do stuff, and it was like just beating me down. Like I actually had to go to the emergency room. I mean, I was going to the doctor, but I actually had to go to the emergency room because it was just that bad. So it still is. I still got it, but so y'all gotta excuse our time on the videos. Our videos is like behind.
A lot behind.
Like days behind.
Yeah.
But they'll catch up.
So, thank y'all for watching the video. What else?
Like, subscribe.
Check the description box.
Yeah, check the
links.
Check the links for some deals on there. Some of them I keep the same because the first two I keep the same because a lot of people say those are pretty good deals, and something I need. I done already bought it like twice.
Yeah, he bought them chargers, and he bought 3 within a day or 2.
No, your son broke 2 within the day. He eat them like they candy or something. The man, he bit them. I don't know how you bite the metal off. He didn't bite the whole tip of it off, like the iPhone charger. He didn't bite the whole tip off. He bit off the metal around the tip. I don't even know how that's possible.
But yeah, thank y'all for watching, and we'll see y'all in the next video.
Cause it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got shit to do.